All right, go on
Let's
YouTube.
go.
All right, go on YouTube. There's a delay, so like might have to wait like 10 seconds. I don't know how somehow I figured all that out. I apologize for wasting your time, so much of your time. Time is a precious commodity. Please
Totally
don't
fine.
please don't be too mad at me now. All right. Oh, whoops, I gotta go into the Zoom to make you full screen.
And there we are.
Oh, could you test? Okay, so you're gonna use your the audio that you're doing when you're usually looping, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right, good. I'm gonna keep that level down. Okay, cool. And when I go on Zoom, make it full screen. It should be okay. And oh, let me minimize myself out of there. And okay. Oh yes, good. Woohoo! Yeah, shout out to so on everyone on the stream, Beatbox Cards. Go check them out on Instagram. Founder is Crafix. So if you're wondering how the background color and the borders are much cleaner and the exact size of both my guest and myself are the same, you can go thank him. Yeah.
Looks great.
Yeah. 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 All right. Yep. I usually like to make a story that way people see how much very very clean it is. As long as you see yourself, and we'll get going here. All right. Excellent. Okay, so after all those technical difficulties, here we finally are.
Only 40 minutes. Only 40 minutes.
Yeah, only 40 minutes. All right. So I'm Milz from America, aka Milz 505, aka Milz musician. I had to give myself multiple types of Milz aliases because I realized that there are some other Milz. Let's see. There's like a female makeup artist, and then there's like a male rapper named Milz. But anyway, yeah. All right. So this is season 2, which means that season 1, I didn't know how to live stream, so that was from last summer. And if you haven't checked out the first 3 episodes, double the other Dutch AVH, which we'll explain the joke of that, and then Dipbox, and then we have Wicco in several hours. So this is episode 4, and today our guest is
AVH from the Netherlands.
Yeah. All right. And like I said, the background visuals brought to you by Beatbox Cards Graphics. Check out on the stream. We have my Discord, but more importantly, we have guest interviewee, his social. So go check him out on his Insta that I have on the bottom, and I also put his YouTube there. So very conveniently, pretty much the same thing. AVH Beatbox. Okay, so first question I'd like to ask everyone is a non beatbox background about yourself. So whether you want to get a little personal, if you want to,
Mm.
or you want to talk about kind of like where you grew up or where your favorite favorite kind of music or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, I grew up in the Netherlands, obviously. Uh, I started making music when I was a teenager. I was like 15 or 16 years old. FL Studio, downloaded it, cracked it, free, and I just started fucking around with that. I can swear, right? Uh, yeah, that's where it started for me. I was making house music, dance music, hardstyle, just the typical Dutch genres. And after 5 or 6 years, I stopped that. I moved out, get onto myself, my own home, and music was on a low gravity back then. And then beatbox. I followed beatbox for Duracell time. It's like 20 years ago, maybe. So I always followed the beatbox scene a little bit. And looping, I found out by Tom Thumb. His TED Talk hit me. And Sorrow also hit me in 2017. And that actually made me buy the RC505 for myself. So after that, I just didn't do much with it in the beginning. Just wasn't familiar with the device, but yeah, started playing around a little bit with that uh, for the next couple of years. Not really trying to make tracks. But yeah, I was moving with my girlfriend where I am now, and at our home, and I really was. I wanted to make a YouTube channel about my looping, and yeah, I did it like a year ago, and then I really started to make tracks from scratch and try to make good tracks with structure and stuff like that. And the mixing experience that I did in FL Studio, the EQ, the mastering, the compression, all that I already knew from that time. So it was really not easy, but easier for me to get the hang of that. And then I did the breast challenge in this, I don't know when, 3, 4 months ago.
Yeah, about 4 months ago. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first time I entered something that I wanted to do. And I really liked the guy too, so I really wanted to do the remix of Haters Love Me. And I got recognition there for the first time. And I was like, okay. He thinks I'm okay. So that's nice. That's nice. And then after that, I started, building more tracks. And a wildcard announcement came for the GBB. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do a wildcard video. Why not? Just get some views, maybe some subscribers, just see where it goes. And that video blew up a little bit, I think. It was streamed in Matei's stream at first, and then they absolutely loved it. And then my video suddenly got 2K views. I was like, what the fuck? That's insane. For me, that's a lot of people. And after that, it's the wildcard competition moves on to its end. And yeah, I was really shocked when the announcement came, and I was 11th. I was really shocked.
Yeah.
And I never thought of that. I never even thought of getting in the top 20. I just wanted to do a good video, make some good music. And yeah, Sorrow got me on 5th place. Tune Up got me on 5th place. And that's really big. And Sorrow was the biggest for me because that was the inspiration for me to buy the RC505. So for him to say to me that he loved me, that was really big, really big. And yeah, after that, the KBB announcement already was made, and I was doubting a little bit to do that as well. But PSM crossed the line for me there. He said you need to do this wildcard because I think you have a really good chance to get in. So I did that as well, and got 19th on that. Really happy with it. Wasn't thinking of making it to top 8. Don't have a lot of time to prepare the kickback battle as well. So I'm really happy that I'm in the honorable mentions and not the competition itself because I'm really new to this, and for me, it's a learning curve and it's going well. And I would really like to build on my stuff for the next year and maybe try GBB next year again. Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah. I have no doubt that you'll keep soaring up and up. So that's great that in your background you mentioned FL Studio and how you've been doing it for years
Yeah.
and years and how EQ, filter, reverb, all that stuff. That's nothing really new for you.
No.
Um, I'm almost wondering if that was the same for people like Gasper, who just came out of nowhere. Ashwin
Uh,
did, yeah.
I don't
I,
know really.
yeah, I don't know.
I
Matei, I
yeah,
know definitely Matei produced.
yes,
Before he looped. I think Sorrow produced before
yes,
he
Sorrow as
looped.
well. Jimmy also Jimmy, and a lot of other guys. Frosty too. Uh, Casper, I don't know. I spoke to Casper, but I don't know if he produced. But I'm sure he has because he has really good stuff. So
Yeah, really, really good stuff. Um, yeah. Okay, that's great. So, all right. So, next question is like you mentioned, like Razel, Sorrow, and all Tom Thumb.
yes,
By the way, I'm really glad, especially here in season 2, people aren't just mentioning Sorrow and MB14; they're mentioning Tom Thumb. I feel like sometimes Tom Thumb
yeah,
gets slept on a little bit. Um,
he's the legend.
yeah,
He's the one that made Sorrow go loop and
yeah,
14
pretty
go loop.
much.
You know? He's the real legend.
Yeah, Tom Thumb. He's been around the block. I still remember like when he was like his teenager, and like he had the really long shaggy hair, and he had the hat, and he was a b-boy. He
Yeah,
was he was a break dancer. So yeah,
and he was making really good clips back then. Also, Corin
yeah.
Effects, if you know him, he
Yep,
was
yep.
doing
Korean
those
effects. There you go.
really good clips with the RG505. Really clean, really nice, well produced, really good inspiration.
All right. All right. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, that's always great when people know their history. They respect the past, not just like not just the
Sure.
people that are here in like the new school, but respecting the old school. Not just respecting it just for that sake, but actually understanding why it was there. Um. Okay. So we talked about that. Now do you want to talk? Now you want to talk about kind of your journey into just the solo beatbox first, or some people kind of honestly talk about the 505 at the same time they talk about the solo beatbox because for some people it started at the same time.
Yeah, for me, the solo beatbox started way when I was 14 years old. I'm not really a good beatboxer, but I know the basic stuff. And yeah, you really need to have a good basic drum set for the IC505, of course. I will never be as good as, for instance, Dilo or LM or whatever. Those guys are just insane. I will never aim for that as well because my throat hurts when I'm practicing throat basses. I can't do that. It's really really hard. And yeah, my beatbox is just basic, just the basic kicks, just the basic that kind of stuff. But good enough for looping.
Great. Yeah. Yep. That's all you really need. Um,
Yeah.
don't need to be super fancy, especially in the new school of looping. Okay. So speaking of that, now you want to kind of talk about kind of like your style of the RC5 of your RC505, kind of like so for example, I know you said that in your FL Studio days you did a lot of house and dance music. Do you still do a lot of house dance music like for people who watch this who might not have heard too much about you?
Yeah, the mixing on the computer is over for me. It's only looping right now. But I stay to my roots with the wildcard and the KBB wildcard. It's just the style that I used to do in FL Studio as well. And I really wanted to do something that's close to me. But I also like to do harmonies, vocals, hip hop beats. You know, the Haters Love Me challenge that I did for Brass was with vocals and just clean beat, stuff like that. I also like that as well, but I need to work on that a little bit more. And this is my strength for now. This is my strength.
All
So
right.
yeah,
so basically, your current projects, I guess, kind of like where the GBB and KBB loop routines.
Yes.
Um, Now, I assume you plan on just doing more wildcards in the future. I think you're on the clip server. I don't know if you're gonna do. Did you want to do more clip stuff, or just more
Uh,
stuff in general?
yeah, I was tagged yesterday uh, by PSN for the
Oh yeah, when he tagged like 50 people.
yeah, he did. Yeah, I really wanted to do that, but I'm not really in the time zone to do that as well because my wife, she's pregnant. We are getting a baby really soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. And yeah, for me, that's time to be with my family and be there for them for the next couple of months, and then see where it goes after that. How much time I have to do more looping and stuff like that, work on my tracks. And the competition is just at the wrong time zone for me right now, so I cannot enter that. And I sure I want to do it, but my priorities right now are my family and my job. So yeah,
Nice. All right. Um, can I ask how far along the wife is?
she is 36 and a half week pregnant, so more than 8 months
Wow,
almost.
almost
So
there.
it's like
That's almost there.
a couple of weeks. Yeah, 15th of July she is.
15th
That's
of
the date.
July. Wow.
But
Wow.
I think it will be earlier than that. So
Oh yeah. What you have a name picked out?
yeah, but I'm not gonna tell you.
All right. Well, you definitely got to share it with the community. Yeah,
Yeah, of
definitely.
course I will. But I'm
Um,
not to
you
not
probably know
going to.
who a guru is, and
Yeah, I know.
have you seen I forget which video it was, but he did when he did this like really cute collaboration thing with his daughter.
Oh, I did not see that. No.
Yeah, it was like she was let's see. So he has a daughter, and then he has an even younger son. He called one of them Lil Guru and one of them Guru Junior, I think.
That's, that's great. Yeah, I'm going to watch that for sure
Yeah, she
later tonight.
actually and like she actually did like some basic sounds, and like she practiced her steady beat with like one of the one shots.
Yeah.
Um,
Actually, I really hope it's going to be a boy, so it's a son. I really
okay,
hope he likes to make music in the future as well. So it would be really nice if he does.
he better be.
But he
Just
he's reacting to music already in the belly, so it's really nice. Nice to see.
nice, excellent, excellent. Okay. Um, have you ever next question? Have you ever considered doing like a tag team, a crew, maybe like I know how the whole loop tag team concept has started picking up. Because I know that there are other a lot of other Dutch beatboxers. Like, have you considered doing more things, kind of collaborating with some other Dutch people or something like that?
Yeah, maybe, but I'm not really like someone who contacts everyone. But I've been contacted by Bart and
Nice.
Foxhole, not but Bart only. He wants me on an event that he's going to arrange later this year, so maybe I will go there and meet some guys. Uh, Ibarra, I spoke to him as well a little bit, but not really that much. But I really love to do stuff in the future, but yeah, I see what pops up. I don't know. I really want to find my own sound, my own way. I'm really developing my own style just now, and the RC55 is really limited. Maybe I will do second device stuff in the future as well, but for now, I really want to put the max out of the RC505. I'm keep saying PSN that he's the greatest on the RC505 by far on this earth. I really want to do something on that level as well. I want to push the device at the max. And I really hope next year they are going to do split categories on the GBB. Then I definitely will enter, and I hope I will get the opportunity to actually go there and be there and meet the guys, and then yeah, see where things go on from there. But for now, I don't know where it's going to lead me. It's just an adventure, and I will see, yeah, where it goes.
Yeah, PSN is quite the crazy guy.
He is first in kickback,
Crazy.
one device.
Yeah, it's interesting. The one device people, him, you, Biscuit.
Casper Grum, yes.
Yeah, Gasper.
Casper. I really am excited what he's going to show at GVB because he's never done a video last a year and a half, so he has a lot of
He
stuff
actually
ready.
did, but it was more of like a pre-record.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one
like
video.
he did a pre-recorded thing, and that was actually really good. But that's cool. Like
I'm really
that.
excited for that.
Yeah, that's cool that he shouted out Robin.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I've actually known some other people that shout out Robin. I know my KBB wild card. I did a like whatever that's called like play mode single.
Yeah,
So I did one clean high filter piano thingy on 4, the F sharp, and then same thing on 5, and then and so then I had the 2 high piano things, and then I had a separate guitar to bass. So like the 2 F sharps on track 4, and then 2 F sharps on track 5, and then when I sang that long melody thing, it was really nice. I thought, I had 4 going, hit 5, and then when the harmony came back to 4, just hit 4 again. And I thought, and so shout out, again, shout out to Robin for that. Yeah, because like I mean, obviously Robin didn't invent it, but he made it kind of like his thing.
And his vocals, man, his vocals.
Yeah,
Best on the scene for me.
Yeah. Speaking of which, didn't he get second place or something?
Second place, yeah, only with the RC55 as well. So, yeah.
Yeah, PSN.
Still powerful, really, really powerful.
Yeah.
It's also the way how complex you can go with the Helix and GT1000 or whatever. The production on that is so much more difficult, and it takes a lot of time to make things and to make it sound good as well. So just the RC5 alone, maybe it's a little bit easier too, but you need to find the right balance and the right tricks and the right personality and stuff like that.
Yeah, the thing with the 505, especially with the IFX, when you're trying to get all your different EQs and stuff, it's interesting because sometimes it can take extra time, but it just kind of, I don't know. To me, it just kind of depends on how you look at it.
Yeah. It's really a puzzle every time when you make a track. It's puzzles. Puzzle it together to one piece.
Yeah, because if you have the muscle memory of a second device, and I think Antrix, like he has one button on his Helix that already has the stuff, or not Helix, but like you know what I'm saying, of his second device that's for one thing. And then he has a different button that already has a different combination for a different kind of drum. Whereas, like when I'm doing just the 505, I have to switch around the dials and stuff for one and then switch them for a different one. And if I screw that up and go too much to the left or to the right, now it's like my snare doesn't have reverb or something. Or it does, but it doesn't have enough. Or too much.
Yeah, it's a little bit more difficult and a lot of knob turning, yeah. It needs to be practiced.
Yeah. Yep. Tell me
but
about
you can use a device to make the buttons easier.
Yeah,
touchpad
definitely.
device or like what, a phone even. It's possible with a phone.
Yeah.
Or a controller. You saw the controller.
Yeah, Garmin made it like a cool thing.
That's really nice. Yes, the PS4 controller.
PS4 leads to PSN, right? I'm just kidding. That joke is probably too old now, but anyway.
I wonder if somebody goes on the GBB or the KBB and just sits down a PlayStation in the frame and just going battling PSN and just goes ham with it or something. That
Speaking
would be
of
really
which, I think Frosty in October is actually gonna well, I think, okay, so if he passes his limb, then when he battles, I think he's gonna do like let's say there's round 1, round 2, right? Round 1 he has one specific second device with his 505. his opponent goes. While his opponent goes, he I think he's gonna switch out the chords and then switch to a different second device.
Oh, okay.
Do it that way.
Yeah.
That's gonna be really interesting.
Yeah.
Because I
For
know
sure.
on his KBB he had what? He had a 505, a second device, and then the MIDI thing where it looks like an Ableton thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
The MIDI controller. Yeah.
yeah, crazy. Okay, well
Yeah. Great.
we talked about how like you're collaborating with the international community and then the national community. I'm really glad. I'm really big about trying to like start local and well, not like start local, but like be local. I meant to say.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, okay, all right. So I think that wraps up that last part. We'll see if the drop a beat part, if the audio works. If not, if you want to, you can try it. You can skip it. Or maybe do some shout outs, like any last shout outs, questions, or any comments, anything.
I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna work. I want to try, but I can. I can play this. Is that okay? Is it nice? Or
You try it one more time.
sound good?
Could you? You're doing the all start stop, right?
Yeah. 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 I do it. So I'll start. Yes.
Okay.
Well, if it's not sounding nice, I would like to skip it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's just skip it.
I don't
Unfortunately.
want to. I don't want
Sorry about that.
people to listen to bad sound. That's just not nice.
Yeah. All right.
Well, I have a question for you.
Sure.
Where are you?
Where am I? I am in
You're.
in the basement of my house of Baltimore, Maryland,
Oh,
USA.
okay.
Yeah, I'm on the East Coast. East Coast. So well, most people understand like when I tell them I'm a 4-hour drive south of New York City. So yeah, and then New York. If you look around the even like the greater New York area, like you have Biscuit, and then south and like in the states of Connecticut,
Yeah.
Massachusetts, as when you have Enhance, you have I think Hunty Beats. You have a lot of people up there, a lot of Americans up there, and I think one reason why obviously hip hop was born in New York. I think it just kind of and like that like the national American champ stuff. I think most of the time has been in New York. So I just think I don't know, I just think over 20, 30 years New York has been one of the main hubs, not just of like the like I know you said that like you wanted to come to New York one time and
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
I think
Just to visit.
I don't know, I feel like if it comes to performing arts, I feel like it's like the West Coast is Los Angeles and then the East Coast is definitely New York. So
All right. And you said to me that I should not come.
um you could I was partially joking because
Just for holiday.
okay, yeah,
I
like
think it's
you
fine.
shouldn't get don't get sick though. That's the only thing.
Yeah, hospitals are terrible, right?
Oh, hospitals
For
are good. It's just that you have to pay. Like
yeah,
the
for
insurance isn't always the greatest here compared to like the Netherlands and almost everywhere else.
yeah.
Okay,
Are you going to do a clip loop wildcard?
a clip.
Yeah.
No, I've decided to sit this one out.
All right.
Yeah, I just want to sit it out. I'm just kind of tired of wild cards at the moment.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you told me the
I don't know. I feel
disqualification.
like after the GBB and the KBB together, it's like my brain needs a break.
Yeah, I feel you. I
Honestly, like
think
it was. I don't know about you. It was like the weirdest. It was the most surprising thing when it's like, oh, by the way, there's we're doing a kickback loop edition, and it's like
Yeah,
I kind of wanted a
I
break.
kind of, I kind of thought it was coming, but not at the moment when the GBB wildcards were going on. It was really a lot, and
Yeah,
it
that's what
made
I'm saying.
a
It
lot of
was
guys had doubts to do it because it was so short to each
yeah,
other. Yeah. Also, the kickback itself, it's before the GBB. GBB is in October. Kickback starts this summer, so it's next to each other. So if you're in like Sin, MH, all the loopers who are going to GBB need to do twice as much tracks
and
to
that's why,
to.
and that's exactly why Biscuit sat out on KBB.
Yeah, of course.
That's
Yeah, it's
exactly
it's
why.
it's a good reason to not to go there.
Because what it because I think the seeding round is like end of July,
Yeah,
and then the battles.
August, September. Yeah, August, September.
Yeah,
So
August.
next month is October, and then it's GBB. So you have
Yeah,
a few
it's like it's
before.
crazy.
Yeah,
And like you got to make sure that all your money and all your paperwork, reservations, all that stuff is ready to go. If you're going to an Airbnb, you got to make sure those plans don't fall out.
yeah. Your track
Crazy.
needs to be practiced like 1,000 times, so that
Yeah,
takes a lot of time too.
yeah,
Well,
it's crazy.
for me, it's a little bit of a break right now. I'm going to enjoy my family and how that comes apart for the next summer.
Yeah, honestly, for you, I mean, that is your focus and should be your focus.
Yeah, yeah, sure, of course. I really wanted to do a tutorial about EQing before that,
Oh,
so I'm working on
definitely.
that right now for YouTube. EQ tutorial just to give some tips to new guys who are starting to make mixes and to be a lot cleaner with some small different things you can do to make your
Yeah,
mix really,
yeah,
really, really good.
yeah. Your cleanliness has always been really, really good. Really, really
I
good.
really was, yeah, yeah, yeah. I've heard that a lot, and I was like, okay,
Yeah, it's just crazy.
do I need to do a tutorial on that? And I definitely was doubting about it at first because I didn't do the wildcards at first. And after the wildcards and the placements, I have a little bit of a name for myself, and then I think you should do tutorials if you want. And people are going to watch it and listen to it more if you have some name for yourself
Yeah,
at
I've
first.
done several loop tutorials myself. It's been a while since I did one.
Yeah.
Like I did one. I tried to do one on like one effect, so it's not too many different things. So like I did one just on tape echo, pros and cons, and then I did a completely separate one on vocal disc and how like there's a way on vocal disc that it can actually sound like a filter.
Yeah, it's true.
So yeah, I mean that's just my style. I try to like keep it semi simple, but my teaching style is to really break it down. Some people it might be too slow paced for them. They want a fast pace, but the thing is when you're giving a tutorial and you don't know who's about to watch it. Like some people might need
Yeah.
it fast, some people might need it slow. So like you can't please everybody.
No, that's true. That's true. And everything comes with practice as well.
Yeah.
And EQing and mixing is a lot of listening to music
Yep.
and testing stuff. It's not
Reference
something
track.
that comes by one day. It can be really frustrating. And one track can go like this, and another track can take weeks to master and
That's
clear
just how it
everything.
is.
Yes, it is. But don't give up on that. Don't give up on that because that's
Exactly.
eventually going to be your best music, and you learn a lot about it. So yeah, that's my story a little bit.
All right, great. Okay. Well, I appreciate your time. I've been Mills, and you had your host one last time. Who, or guest? Who's the guest one last time?
AVH.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
All right. Ish.